So what's up, Zax fam? We're back with a brand new game called Star Sailors. Now this game is currently in CBT, and I decided to give this game a try, and believe it or not, this game is low-key a sleeper, and there's a lot of things that I want to talk about in this video that I really like. Obviously some things that I think is worth mentioning as well, and just really my thoughts and opinions about those things. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it, starting off with the combat, right? So we're just gonna jump right into the story campaign. We're almost in chapter 3 right now, and it took me a little bit to like kind of figure out certain things because I had to actually sit down and play, and I had some time. But as you can see here, we have a team of 5 with a summon character that we can bring into battle, and this is just going to be kind of crazy when you actually see how this is laid out, right? So the game so far has been pretty responsive. It does work on MU for those of you guys that want to try, and I think they have about 6,000 slots available for this specific test. Now we're gonna actually take it off of the auto and take the skip off. There's so many QOL features that this game has, and I'll talk about some of them. I'll talk about probably a lot of them in his own video, just as far as like features and things to expect. But as you can see here, it's basically going to be my first front three characters that you typically see on screen, but you do have 2 other characters that are also in the fight as well. They're not assist or anything like that, or they can assist, but they're not assist characters, if that makes sense, right? So as you can see here, you just have the battle button, which is really confusing at first because it's like, okay, is this just all auto battle? Which it is, but it isn't at the same time, right? So we're gonna hit that battle button. You can kind of see you get like the attack sequence. We got our assist to actually proc there. Boom. All right. Now, the thing is that as you are doing damage, so those are all our basic attacks, you're going to be building up something called SP. And basically what that SP is going to allow you to do is going to allow you to use your stronger abilities. So now when we actually go here and we click on our characters, so let's actually click on this one right here because I know you can see them. And you can do this for all the characters. But this is actually going to be showing you the different attacks that you can do and what they do, right? So this right here has like the basic attack. Red Blade is going to be an attack that costs 4 SP. Blooming Contract is going to be a buff that then costs 5 SP. And if you hold it down, it will actually tell you in either short detail or in greater detail, all it kind of depends on what the skill is, what it actually does. So you can get all of the information that you need right here on screen. You don't have to go anywhere else, which is really, really well done. And it also tells you how it targets, who it targets, if it even has a target at all, right? So we're going to actually make sure that we go for the buff here. We're going to go for the Blooming Contract. Actually, no. Let's actually do the Red Blade. And then we're going to pick the MC, and we got to talk about the MC a little bit. But we're going to actually go for the Burning Attack. And then what we'll do here, because we have one more target right here, we'll go for her. I guess we can build that up. And we'll just kind of get everybody going. So we'll go with our debuff here. And then we'll just skill, I think we'll just skill 1 here. Yeah, are we just going to skill 1 here? Yeah, we'll just skill 1, right? Oh. Go for the hill. My bad, y'all. My bad. All right, so cool. So she's pretty much good there. And then we'll hit the battle. So you'll see the sequence is going to be different now. All right. And then they have this little break bar thing. I'm going to show you that on a boss, though. Because that actually is like a SP reserve when you actually click on those. So if there's 5 of them and you click all 5 in the time frame that it's up on the screen, you get 5 extra SP that gets distributed amongst your party. So it's a great way for you to be able to build up skill points, basically. Now, let's see here. So we got 2 more. And per turn, anyway, you get 2 SP. Let's go for the Bloom Attack. And I think we'll go for our Strength Test. Blooming Contract. And that should be that. We're going to probably AoE burst this. All right, he's out of here. All right. And look at that. Boom. Now, the other thing is, too, is like the goal really in combat, because this isn't really a hard fight, but you want to build up a chain, right? So that's like kind of the main goal. You're trying to build up a chain. You're trying to break those enemies. If you're going up against a boss, you can actually break them, and it like has a stagger phase. And there's another thing that's really important to combat too, right? So I'll be able to show you it here because this is a boss. But when you're actually selecting your abilities, right? So let's say we all are picking up abilities here. You can actually pick the order that you want it to go in, right? Now, the game has smart AI apparently because they know their game from what it seems like so far, where it actually has all the skills kind of going in the proper order that it needs to. But if you want to change the order for any reason, you just kind of drag and drop whatever skill that you want, and it'll use that skill in that particular order. So it's really, really well done. Now, of course, with that, we're just going to go straight into the battle. And then keep in mind too, if you want to select a specific target, you do it in that phase. You can click on the character or it'll show you who it's targeting. So now to kind of explain the break bar, that is the white bar that's up under the HP bar, which is the red bar. And like I said, once we break that, which is the goal, we'll be able to actually have the boss in a staggered phase where he doesn't actually do anything to us. Let's see here. We're just going to keep it going and we'll put it on auto for right now. Right now, the other cool thing is too is that, and I'll show you this on all the characters, there's a really unique mechanic that they have, and it's kind of like this game has a lot of different inspirations, which I think is really cool, but it has a night and day mechanic. So there's some units that are a part of a certain time of day, and depending on that time of day, they can get active buffs. Like there's some characters, like for example, like I think right now is nighttime or midnight. At this certain time, there's some characters that actually get buffs for being in battle during nighttime versus some characters during daytime. So it's a really, really cool gimmick. All right, so here we go. It looks like we're about to break, maybe. Yep, there we go. So here's all of the extra SP, right? And now we're in that break phase. Now, there's a special skill that the adventurer or the MC has, which is basically a break ability or damage ability that follows up every time you break a character. So it's like really, really well done. And then, like now we're in this break phase. We just use our SP. You have this SP bar here, which I'll call kind of like a SP trigger. You're building up energy as you're using skills for this. And when you actually build up enough, you can activate the overdrive for this, right? Now, when you activate the overdrive, it gives every single player on the field 12 SP. We're just going to put it back on auto because it's just going to go and use the max value for that. And this should like just about kill. So we get our shield buff from here. And then what you're doing too is that per actual hit you get, you're actually able to build up a chain. And that chain is going to then be a multiplier that will increase your overall damage that you're doing. Right? So he's almost done. I think we got one more hit. Yeah, Blazing Feast. And that's GG. Boom. That was clean. So they have really good animations. All right, so that's basically that, right? So it seems a little simple, but it's really not. And it's actually a lot of different things that you'll be able to take advantage of as you're going from fight to fight. Luckily for us, we actually had the date change. So game just hit reset. So we're going to actually collect that real quick. And I'm going to show you guys, obviously, gacha and a couple of other things in this video. So we beat 2-10. They basically have like a whole bunch of events already in the game just for really, honestly, completing, logging in, and just even like guided missions just for beginners, right? So we actually got another unit unlocked here. And this is Rock. So again, it tells you like what each character does. Now, I want to actually clarify a couple of different things that you may not notice when you first start, that you have your adventurer and then you have your partners, okay? Now, the adventurer is going to be classified as what I would say is your MC, but the adventurer has the ability to be basically a couple of different things based off of the tier. So when you're first starting out, you start out as a swordsman. So this is really like a RPG, adventure RPG. And as you hit the requirements to go up, you can actually change what your adventurer becomes. So if you want to be a warrior at tier 2, you can be a tier 2 warrior. You can be a tier 2 enchanter. You could be a tier 2 cleric. really the reason why I think that this is a really, really good system is because what it does is, number one, it gives you access to different attributes, but number two, it allows you to build different teams. Right? So if you're missing something, you can basically supplement that with the MC. Now, when you get to tier 3, this is where things get a little bit more interesting because it's giving you a more defined job. So you can become a paladin at tier 3, a sage at tier 3, and or a Highlander at tier 3, and they all have their own different set of skills, abilities, and respective elements, right? So you may have noticed every single character or version of the MC has a different attribute. Now, the other thing is obviously classification. So you have your attacker, defender, debuffer, and supporter, which is really, really cool. Each one, again, attacker specializing in attack, defender defending and protecting allies, debuffer specializing in weakening enemies, and then the supporter is going to specialize in enhancing and healing allies, right? So very, very straightforward. Now, when we're also looking at the very last tab here, it's going to be time trait. So like I mentioned before, there's some characters that have a trait that allows them to get bonus stat value, so an additional 20% on attack, defense, and HP based off of the time of day it is. So if it's daylight or midnight or twilight, depending on the character's time trait, they'll be able to get some extra bonuses for that time of day, which is really, really cool in terms of an overall gimmick. Now, again, when you're looking at all the characters, they all have skills. Yes, the skills do require skill mats, but the cool thing is that you can pick whatever skill you want, add the material to it, and level it up. So there is no random RNG and skill leveling. Memory piece is basically the other aspect of equipment, or another way for you to power boost your base stats and get an additional ability. There are free to play, or like just ones that you can get for free, and there's also ones that you can also get from the gacha, which we'll be going to in a second. Now, the other and last thing that you also have is gear. So there is going to be gear, your traditional helmet, chest, and pants, then also paired up with a ring and a necklace. So we'll have, more videos kind of talking about this in the future, and really what would be the more optimal for, like, each unit type. But you are going to have set bonuses and stuff like that. And there is a recommended button. So if you're looking at it like, man, I don't know what to do, you can just hit that recommended button, and it is actually pretty solid, and it'll give you a overall set bonus that maximizes the values of that unit the most, right? Now, this actually, again, is just the adventure. The next thing is that you may have noticed that obviously we had a ton of units on the team. Those are called partners. Now, partners are going to be individual characters or battle partners that aren't obviously the adventurer. So with these are going to be like different class units, same and no different than the adventurer, but obviously they're not going to have that one pathway where you can like kind of evolve them and make them different classes and stuff like that. But what you will be able to do is obviously still level them, increase their skills, give them a memory piece, equip them with gear, and of course increasing their affinity, which will allow you to be able to gain some additional values from them, right? So affinity reward, as you can see, will give you like the shards here, which is going to be for like the photo mode and stuff like that, right? Now, when we actually go back and we take a look here at, let's see, I think I have it at upgrade now. I think we're at the next cap, right? Yeah, so we're at the next cap. If we actually go to rank up here, you're going to need shards for your characters, but there are ways for you to be able to get them. Now, they did this very similarly to King's Raid. So I don't know if you guys remember in King's Raid where you had to like fight the shadow version of yourself in order to rank up. They kind of have that same system in this game. And you're able to get shards from doing that, and then that would basically give you the opportunity to take those characters up. Now, keep in mind, these are free-to-play accessible characters, but you will have gacha characters, and pulling dupes of those characters will net you more shards, which will allow you to be able to rank them up as well, right? So if we actually go back, because we talked quite a bit about the characters and just kind of like generally how this is set up. I think the only other thing I can really mention is maybe the pets, but that's under the, I think it's just the memory piece, if I'm not mistaken. Or actually, no, that's on the battle screen. So I think I may be missing it. Hold on, let me go back real quick. summoning. There we go. Right. So here it is. Your summoning basically has a unique effect. You can only bring one at a time. And it's basically something you can activate during the battle, or it really honestly depends on what the card set effect is. So just kind of keep in mind, this is like a little extra thing. You can go into the details, limit break, skill up as well. So yeah, this definitely is going to be huge value to your overall party. And now let's actually go over to the gacha. So I actually have some pools. Let me actually see what they put in my mailbox. Oh, nice. So they actually gave me some more stamina and some summons. So currently there's one rate up banner in this test for Nina. There's not really anything else to pull for. 1600 is the cost of a multi in this game. And so we're going to go ahead and rip one so you guys can see what the animation looks like. I don't know why it's telling me I only have... Okay, there we go. Like, why is it telling me I'm lacking gold compasses? I'm looking at 10. Like, that might be a bug. Again, it's a testing phase. So hold on, let me actually back out real quick. See if it loads it. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to actually hit that, and it just won't use my crystals. That's what I was trying to prevent. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, now you'll know if this is a 5-star because this little cat thing will come on the screen and do like a whole bunch of extra. So we'll see what we get here. All right. So that, I think, is going to be at most just purples. Oh, okay. Wow, that's actually probably my best multi I've gotten so far. That was 4 purples. Right? So you're able to get those memory pieces, which are essentially like battle cards. And then here we pulled another character, Hunter K, who we did not have. So I know in each multi, it's guaranteed to give you a 2-star. So we got 2 copies of him. I might want to try this dude out. He looks pretty sick. We got a 2 SR memory pieces, which is pretty good, right? So that's actually really, really nice. And then I know we have some more tickets here, so we'll do another one. All right, let's see. So yeah, really, really nice graphics all in all in this game. Like I said, really, really impressed too with like seeing how they have the gacha set up. So it looks like we got 1 perp here. We'll just skip ahead. Yeah, it was the strongest win, so that's a dupe. Now, what you do get every time you pull, if we actually go back here, because it does have a shop, and I know somebody's going to ask about like rates and stuff like that. In this test, they haven't shown the specific rates, which is a little weird because I've never seen that not be in the game. But what we do see, at least, is that, one, there's every 10 pull that you do, you're guaranteed to get a 2-star or SR memory piece. So 2-star partner or memory SR memory piece. And then if we go over here to the use points, right now it says that it's 150 points in order for you to guarantee or get Nina or her card. So depending on which one you have, it says you can exchange recruit points for the featured partner or memory pieces. If you already own a partner, you'll receive character shards instead. Remaining points will be converted into bond remnants when the pickup period ends. So that I think is going to allow you to just use those shards on a different banner. I don't think they necessarily have carryover banners because they're giving you those shards to, I guess, apply to another banner. So yeah, there is a memory piece advanced banner, and then there's also a memory piece recruit common. I haven't gotten any summons for this. I didn't look at the shop really, like for any of this stuff. If we go into the exchange center, there's not anything that you can really come in here and just buy with cash per se. But what you can buy, for example, right now at least, is gold compasses with the currency that you're gaining from pulling, and as well as silver compasses, right? So that's what you're basically able to use that currency for from those respective banners. Outside of that, when we're actually looking at like guided missions and resources and rewards, you do have beginner missions, you have daily missions, obviously progression, which like kind of just tells you where to go. And then you have a to-do list, which gives you a whole list of other things that you need to complete on your account. So yeah, these things are all necessary things you want to make sure you're doing, because it's just going to help you power up, get more resources, and account EXP, which also gives you resources as well. And so, yeah, that's basically like your general baseline of what the game has. Now, it does have a ton of story, which I think is going to be like worth paying attention to: main story, daily story, and as well as partner story with magic parchment. So yeah, it's actually like a fully fleshed out game. Just as far as like some of the other game modes outside of adventure, you do have the search mode, you have origin, and then you also have the shadow mode. Shadow mode is where you're able to get shards for duplicates of characters that you have on your account, which in my opinion is really, really good. And so, with that being the case, I think that, like I said before, that's going to allow you to be able to like build up your characters, and being able to just rank them up without having to necessarily pull dupes and stuff like that. And yeah, like I mentioned, the other mode is just really for your ability to collect resources. So it's just that simple, for like building up your characters and stuff like that. But all in all, through and through, guys, that's going to be basically that. We're going to have some more videos coming for this game because it's actually kind of fun. And I think that going into whatever release it is, I think it's going to be a really, really sick game considering the graphics and how they kind of have it set up already. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Star Sailor content. But that's going to be that with this one, guys. Everyone, stay blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.